really funny if it just changes every week from now on.
Oh, it does that to me.
Updates.
Yep.
Updates will be the death of me. Hello, everyone. Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of boards, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live stream at Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition online role-playing adventures. I'm joined, as always, by my good friends, Chris, playing the noir detective, Yuan T, inquisitive rogue, divination wizard, Mannix.
Hello.
Heather, playing the dark death dealer, half-drow, assassin rogue, Kaless.
Hello.
Rochelle, playing the Deepwater Diva Triton Bard of Whispers, Gillian.
Hello.
Raymond, playing the heedlessly brave Turtle Battlemaster Fighter Rogue, George.
If Eric already sounds defeated, he is.
And, and Reese, playing the metal-laced Mighty Morphin Hill Dwarf Druid of the Moon, Theron.
Hello.
Stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. You can watch all of our D&D live series, as well as reviews and Let's Plays on my YouTube page. Read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes No Players Allowed live series, Crafting Annihilation, on Thursday mornings. Got to slow down for some of the corners, and then you got to speed up at the right tempo. You can follow me on Twitter at RogueWatson and join our official Discord discussion group with invite link in the description below. If you would like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/RogueWatson. Shoutouts to platinum patrons Andrew, Richard, Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Nick, Andy, and Chris. And gold patrons RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy Numa, Marco Stade, Vicente, Gilberto, Sean, AK, Cert2B, Adam, Ted, Lizard Lounge, Sam, Ross, Olympus Buds, and Jerome. Thank you all very much for your support. For our campaign news, Roll20.net video chat, we use Discord. And for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. And Discord has recently updated their video chat, so it took me a hot second to reorganize our webcams, but it actually looks a lot better now. Everybody's got the same sized picture, and so hopefully it all looks good on your end. Previously on Tomb of Annihilation, the monkey mummy within Wongo's tomb sprang to unlife and unleashed a wave of fear with its mace of terror. Gillian, Kless, and Mannix stood their ground, but Mannix would receive a critical clock punching in response, downing him to the floor. Gillian rushed over to decipher a scroll that rolled out of his pockets, removing the mummy's curse and restoring his broken body, while Kaless, along with a summoned earth elemental from Theron, destroyed the mummy. The elemental helped them escape the Windblade Tunnel, but not until Kaless grabbed the mace from the fallen mummy, becoming possessed by the violent, aggressive spirit of Wongo, hated rival of George's spirit, Moa. With the first level complete, the party descended the grand staircase. Level 2 held a bronze plaque with more cryptic clues regarding the challenges they'll face. They avoided a dark passage down to a picture-tiled floor to level 3, and instead journeyed to the east. A pair of illusory walls that revealed a four-way intersection with the north and south walls curving up and away. Another dead body lay halfway up, and Mannix used his mage hand to retrieve a magical staff, a spell book, and a note that told the last days of the doomed Company of the Yellow Banner. Further east was yet another tomb with a sarcophagus, a marble floor, and 4 gargoyle heads with open mouths. A shaft of illusory sunlight drifted down into the closed sarcophagus, and when the earth elemental opened it, a stone block descended to close the opening. Only the elemental was inside and dealt with the red wine flowing into the room and the wine creatures that flowed with it. After a time, the block opened, and the party dodged the emptying wine room. The tomb was a false one, but they found a passage through one of the gargoyle mouths, now wine-free. Crawling through the narrow tunnel, they found another sarcophagus surrounded by a salt pentagram. George could see a hulking reptilian creature invisibly stalking inside and fearlessly crossed the barrier. The creature roared and threw a fireball before engaging, but Kaless strode forward, emboldened by Wongo, and raised her mace of terror. The creature stood firm, but George was frightened back into the crawl space. The mysterious beast proved a tough foe, but it was outnumbered, and Kaless had broken the salt barrier. It turned invisible and escaped, opening a secret door to the west. Despite his mummy woes earlier, Mannix opened the sarcophagus and was greeted by a pearl of power and Nang Nang spirit, gaining the ability to walk on walls. That is where we left off last time. You all had just finished this fight with this...
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Mannix's spirit. Wongo. Hates Moa. A snake, correct?
No, that's me.
Sorry, that's Kalessa's Wongo.
Oh, what's the name of the grung? Oh, okay. Never mind then.
The Grung
The
is
Grung thing was just
Neng
your
Neng.
deal. It was just
Okay.
George not liking Grung.
Well, I was
You
going to ask
personally hate the Grung.
what Wongo thought about Mannix's snake-like form.
About his... Oh, that he's a Yuan-Ti?
Yeah. And if Wongo doesn't like snakes, maybe that's why Wongo doesn't like Mannix. He wants to kill him all the time. Ooh. Now Wongo wants to kill Mannix, and George wants to kill Mannix.
Hold on.
Man, you are just doing my job for me. This is just fantastic. Just sow that party
Like you're working
discontent.
backwards.
George doesn't know because he was still running up the path whenever Mannix.
He doesn't know
grabbed the
yet,
little-
but spoiler alert: True Sight Bandana.
Yeah, I
See
think we
that
already
little
established that you
spirit.
can
Mhm.
see the possession.
Yeah, at some point your ass will come crawling back. And by the way, just for everybody watching and all of you, I totally forgot to put Orvix in the last session. He never made it down the stairs, so he finally came crawling back, following you guys sheepishly, and basically saw a frightened George in the wine tunnel, and is now there, like, worriedly looking at you all.
He was
Can
there
we
all
ask him
along.
how he got past the Earth Elemental that was probably raging at that point?
Earth Elemental's just been chilling in the marble room. I think he's still okay. I don't think he's Darren hasn't broken his concentration, so
I think he did at some point,
Yeah.
right?
For
So
what?
we were talking about whether the Earth Elemental was going to try to dig at it, come at us.
I think he only got hit once, and I think he made the con save, from what I remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think so.
okay.
We'll just go with that.
All right.
Yeah, and how long does it last? An hour?
Yeah.
Okay. He's still around, but it's probably been like a good 40 to 45 minutes at this point.
Reminder, Mannix needs to roll a con save for lasting injury.
Thank you all.
Grace Lord.
Yep. So we totally forgot that last session. Also, Mannix did go down and forgot to roll for a lasting injury. So Mannix, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
She's going for that teacher's
Yes,
pet
he
award.
is. Yes, he is. You will be rewarded. Your eternal
All right.
reward.
Great.
How's that Constitution these days, sir? Oh, snap.
That's great.
That's great.
How much damage did he do to me, though? Because it's
Well,
like half the damage, right?
No, the
it's
lasting
not.
injury is just a DC 15 straight up.
Okay. This is the first time I succeeded on one of those then.
Look at
I feel like
that.
every-
I'm going to put that in your performance review.
Straight 18 plus 0.
Let's have that document over, do I? So yeah, last thing that happened, you guys had the fight. Mannix, you got possessed by a spirit and of Nang Nang. It was a female grung spirit. And let's see, what was her deal? Did I share that handout with you?
Cruel and
Selfish and cruel.
selfish and cruel. There you go.
Your inherited flaws that you will not share with others. And your ability is you can move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free. And you gain a climbing speed equal to your walking speed.
Okay. Do I know that the not sharing anything with anyone else? Do I know that's coming from an external source, or do I literally just feel that way?
No, you're pretty sure this does come from the possession, like that's intrinsically entwined with being
Because I
possessed.
feel like
by
Mannix
this,
would
and
Mannix
that's
would
why
have the foresight to knowing that this is coming into him to warn his teammates. Like, hey, listen, I may steal some things from you in the coming days.
yeah, because you know that you can try to resist that feeling.
Okay.
And that same thing for all of you. That I love the fact that all of you are role playing these spirits so well. And if you want to act against how these spirits feel, you can do that charisma saving throw to try to basically oppose that, or use your own willpower to oppose that possession.
All right, then yeah, Mannix will upon realizing this, he will warn his teammates this thing in me we come across any loot, what have you, I may be a bit more greedy than normal. Just fair warning.
Everybody
Obviously,
shrugs at you.
staring at you.
What does my gut sound like? You've done voices for all the others. I want to know what his voice is.
I haven't gotten a voice yet either.
Oh, really?
I want to hear my voice again.
Eric, roll through all the voices.
All the voices.
This time with a French accent.
Mannix. Let's see. What does a grung sound like? You hear a voice that just says, "Treasure. Let's find some treasure together."
Sounds good, Frogman.
It is female.
Oh. How you doing?
Let's try that again.
Immediately inappropriate with a spirit over there.
Elder Frog God.
Elder Frog God. Yeah, Kales, yours is mostly like mutterings and just like twitches. Other very, yeah. Like somebody who's just like wound up, basically. And the last thing that you guys saw at the end of that battle was this creature had turned invisible, and none of you could see what happened after it turned invisible, but you saw a wall in a part of this wall toward the west just open like a secret door and then close.
Right. How likely does it look like we might be able to fortify or barricade in some form or fashion this room? Because Mannix is out of all his shit, by the way. he's got nothing left in the tank except I think like a couple level 1 spell slots.
Someone could potentially bring up a hut that
Someone
we might
could.
hopefully.
Yeah,
How
this
big is that room?
you don't see
It's
any.
it's big enough.
You don't see any normal doors in this room at all. You saw what you think is some kind of secret passage in a wall, and then the crawl space that you came in on, which was like came out of a gargoyle's mouth in another room. So it does seem like it's pretty sequestered.
Yeah, I have 4 level 1 spell slots left. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I've gone through about half my hit dice, so yeah, we're running.
I have
on
no hit
fumes.
dice.
Oh, that's okay. That's also a thing. Can I inspect the secret door, see if I can figure out how it opens, or does it open inward? Does it open outward?
Sure. Since you already know where it is, you can give me an investigation check.
Okay. Put on my glasses.
The glasses.
28.
See through time and space. Most of the secret doors in the tombs seem to operate the same way, which is they look exactly like a part of the wall, but they just have these kind of very subtle handholds you can fit in, and then you slide it like a screen door that just fits like in between other pieces of wall, so it just kind of immediately slides back and forth.
Okay. Do I think I could fashion using, I don't know, a stick or something?
Fashion a stick.
Some way to like jimmy the door so it won't easily open or close. Jam it, I suppose.
Right. With that kind of roll, you think you might be able to rig some kind of complex thing up using like maybe a grappling hook kind of device. You could try to hook it up because it looks like it slides to one side, like a sliding door.
Yeah.
So if you kind of put pressure on, that one side, like kind of a bungee cord situation, then you feel like it would be pretty stuck.
All right, I'll try to do something like that. Just do my best in terms of, yeah. Just somebody keep that door from opening in the middle of the night.
Okay. Yeah,
right.
George. At some point,
I'm happy to sleep inside a pentagram.
Yeah, sleep inside a pentagram. George, at some point, you do snap out of your fear, and you can make your way out of the crawl space and back to civilization.
It's the sound of George crawling through the tunnel again.
Yep.
Farts a little bit.
See Orvex crawling behind him. He's trying
Right
real
to the
hard
edge.
to squeeze through that tunnel.
And that last push to get through the opening.
The squeeze. Orvex says, "Oh, another sarcophagus."
Yeah.
What happened? Where's that ugly frog? Grung.
Took off. Made itself invisible again and ran away.
I am truly ashamed of myself.
George cries.
Cries.
You hear Celeste mutter, "You should be."
This is your fault.
You don't know if it's really Celeste or if it's or no. Which one do I have? I have Wongo.
Yeah, Wongo feels very upset that creature got away from you. Should have killed it. Killed it.
I didn't see you
Quickly. We have time to track it down. Moa, what can you tell me about this green salad?
It's very good for you.
Oh.
Helps keep you regular.
Good. We'll eat them then.
I prefer a nice Thousand Island dressing.
Any idea where he could have gone?
Who knows? A creature of that power, with that capability, could be anywhere. We'd best be on our guard, especially from that one. And you feel like your eyes look over at Celeste.
You literally just hear Celeste growling because the little monkey man is chastising her about how he didn't kill it, and she's like, you just hear her growling and talking under her breath about how he wasn't helping.
Yeah, Celeste seems even more like, usually it's more of a laissez-faire attitude, but now you're really upset that creature got away. But yeah, you guys feel like you could probably hunker down here.
I'm going to go ahead and cast my hut. So if anyone wants to be able to move in and out of the hut, you need to come inside the radius.
We all have to get close to each other after all the tenseness of like opposing gods and who feared who.
Kind of feels weird to even like role play getting close to each other. Like
a little bit.
It's like place setting for a dinner party. It's got to be really careful about who's sitting next to whom here.
I know. Is Manic going to do anything to hide his spirit?
I don't think I can hide it from you.
Not from George. George sees everything.
Now that you're inside the pentagram, fight. Right.
Orvex wants to be in that too.
Maddox will come to him and say, "Listen, George, this God thing just a means to an end. We're getting a thing done here."
What are you talking about? As George scans him up and down.
Listen, I fought it as best I could. You gotta believe
She's
me.
mine.
I've taken a grung as my bride, and you have to accept that.
You have to
Quit looking at me that way.
This is my life, George.
And you must suffer the consequences.
Hold on.
I'm throwing you out.
Okay, guys, get out of the hut. Out of my hut. None of this is hut.
There's no fighting in the war hut.
Sounds good to me. Let's take it outside.
George, I got no problem with you.
But
At
I have
some
a problem
point,
with your grung.
at some point, I'll give you this
Hold
run
on.
god for you to.
Hold on. You don't share.
That's true.
That's true. I probably wouldn't.
If anything, George
The
probably
gr-
got some
the
nice
Grung God
treasure
is
on him. You got real possessive. Very Gollum-y.
And
Yep.
George doesn't tell lies.
Oh yeah.
Everything George says is absolutely the truth.
Tell me, Mo. I have no hard feelings against this snake creature abomination. But how do we extract the spirit from him?
Moa seems to
They
think.
would put him down and start stabbing.
Moa says, I would like nothing more than for Wongo to suffer, but we must remain vigilant on the true threat. While a Serac.
Diabetes.
A diabetes. I'm sorry, Mr. George. Part of my possession. Damn it.
The mustache guy. It turns out to come down one of the gods. Diabetes.
One of the trickster gods is now canonically Wilford Brimley, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
You have inherited the flaw, diabetes.
Diabetes.
Oh.
A Serac was where I was going with this. The true foe. I've lost my narrative thread there. Moa really doesn't like Wongo specifically, and you don't like the Grung, so you're having a bit of a triangle here. But overall, and all the gods do feel like this ultimate. Like they definitely have their rivalries, but it's almost like a sibling rivalry. It's not like necessarily they want to murder each other, but just they want to kind of like one up each other, like very competitive. And their overall desire is to kill the one that killed them and put them in this tomb and destroyed their entire civilization, because they were the gods of Omu, and that is a Serac. And all of them feel like you guys are. It's like, oh yeah, you guys are the ones. You guys are gonna get this done. We believe in you.
That's one person who believes in it.
Let's the gods want us to do the thing that we're here to do, George.
Do the
So
thing or don't do
we gotta do the thing. So after we've killed a Serac and after we've looted every bit of treasure that I can get my hands on in this temple.
Hey.
I said we, right?
No, you did not.
Shit. After that's all over, then we can let our gods duke it out, or you can duke it out with the Grung God, whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. I'll cut your arm off if that's what it takes.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I hope that's not what it takes.
If you take
Sorry,
any of my share, I'll let him do that.
Was that out loud?
Okay, so Howard, do you all want to do the long rest thing?
Will we be able to have like a person on guard still through the night, and for everybody to still get a long rest?
Yes,
We're in a hut. What are you talking about?
you are in a hut.
We are in a hut.
It's a tiny
but
hut.
the last time we were in a tiny hut, it didn't have some kind of like a guard set up. He attacked us with fucking snakes.
That's true.
So
There were like hidden snakes already inside the hut. Some bullshit.
You searched
Yeah.
you searched the ground thoroughly for hidden snakes.
Yeah, that's right. There were hidden snakes
Oh
in
no,
the-
coronavirus is inside this hut.
Shelter in
Roll
place.
Constitution
You didn't find
saving
that?
throws, please.
I mean, yeah, I think we all need to long rest. I don't know.
I just have the old guy stand guard while one of us just holds a knife to his throat.
I'll do it.
Wait, that means the other person's just standing guard.
Yeah. We have shifts, but the shift is to hold the knife. It's not to keep
Just
watch.
hold the knife. As he never sleeps.
Just push him outside the hut. He can't come back inside.
You actually can. If you're like in the radius when it's cast, I think you can go in and out.
I always take like 2-hour shift guard duty, so you don't get the full. It takes 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Okay. While you guys are sleeping,
I like how we're sleeping right next to the sarcophagus.
yeah, inside a salt pentagram.
Inside a pentagram.
That's real nice.
Is someone sleeping in the
All kinds of
sarcophagus?
jacked up now, too.
Probably more comfortable than the floor.
Probably.
Blankets and a pillow. I don't know.
Yep.
At some point, while let's just have everybody roll a just a straight up d20 to see when this happens. Since you're all just kind of taking shifts together. Just give me a roll 1d20.
Oh, hell.
I'll see your 2 and raise you a 1. Gillian, during your shift,
Good job.
you're
So
nothing's
47
happening.
damage.
You don't hear anything. You don't see anything. You're just chilling. And then all of a sudden, your entire hut is just dispelled. It just poofs out, turns off.
Wait, was she the first shift or the last shift?
It's probably about the
Last
middle.
shift.
Probably about the middle of the night.
So did we get any benefits or?
You guys are still asleep, and I mean, you can. If she wants to go back to sleep, then. ... We'll see.
I got a long rest, so I mean, I'm still just going to go back to sleep after my shift is over.
Okay.
You really hate my hut. You really hate it.
You broke his rules.
So
It's the I can't fuck with the players in the hut rule.
nothing happens for the rest of the night, but I need everyone to give me a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Nope. How about acrobatic?
You need to stop here. Stop
Inspiration.
rolling.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna use this.
Man,
Okay.
all these beautiful traps. Which one? Oh, there's okay.
You have a
Mr.
+7?
Wow.
These are just amazing rolls too.
Still
Look
not
at this.
good.
I have
George-
a -1.
George is the least charismatic amongst all of you,
Yeah.
and nailed an 18. These are some saves, Mr. Mannix.
Mhm.
You have a nightmare-filled rest. As you stand around the magic fountain, you see your friends all taking drinks. You scream, but no sound comes out as their flesh boils from the inside out, dissolving into pools. I forgot to turn my music on. I had music. There we go. A human figure crawls out of the fountain, a leather sack over its head. The sack squirms, hisses, and snarls as the figure lunges at you. Mr. Mannix, you lie awake in terror for some time. I need you to give me a 1d10, please.
Leatherhead's after us. Leather face. 1d10.
Leather
Yes.
Daddy.
Leather daddy's after me.
It looked like an old woman with a sack
Oh.
over her head that was squirming.
Leather mommy's after me.
Leather mommy. Bad touch. Mannix, your maximum hit points are reduced by 3.
Oh, great. 'Cause-
That's like 50% of his health.
That's right. Just permanently? Or is this something I should write down?
It's something you should write down. It's something that can only be cured by a greater restoration spell or better. But you have essentially been cursed by a nightmare haunting. You also
Okay.
only gain half of the hit dice that you would normally gain back.
Okay.
From the long rest.
From this long rest?
From this long rest, you would only gain back
Okay.
half the hit points you would normally get.
Just half rounded up by.
Hit points or hit die? Sorry.
Hit die.
Oh, okay. So you would normally get half, so now I get a quarter.
Correct.
Okay.
Otherwise, everything else is the same for long rest benefits, and all of you sleep like babies.
I'm the only one who had the leather mummy dream?
Yes.
Surely.
Do you ask us that in the morning?
Yeah. Just cold sweats, man. He's drenched in sweat. So was I the only one who had the leather mummy?
I just stare at you.
Just me? Okay. Jesus Christ.
George, unfortunately, I don't think our long rest button works anymore. That got broken at some point.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Gabor.
Alas. Yeah, the rest of you sleep soundly. A few of you think you might have seen, like when you were tossing and turning at some point, the spectral image of a frightening hag-like woman floating directly above Mannix's body with her hand pressed against his forehead and like shimmering in and out of the actual material plane.
You guys
And-
see leather mummy.
Yeah, and then Mannix, as you wake up, the last thing you hear is just cackling, gleeful laughter.
Great. Women, am I right?
Stab him.
Everyone looks at you kind of weird.
I don't remember your like God spirit thing being misogynistic.
Oh, you
Oh
know
no, that's just Mannix.
That's just Max.
The god spirits are apparently like alcohol. They just enhance who you really are, is what we've come to learn.
All our worst traits just get worse.
Yeah. Enhance.
Right,
Otherwise,
guys, let's open this sarcophagus.
What are we doing with the sarcophagus?
Let's open it.
Oh, it's open. That's how I've got the grungut on me.
Oh, okay.
well, George did miss all that because he was cowering in a,
Yeah, I
in a crawl way.
guess we had to fill him in on. There is also a staff that I need to identify.
Oh, right. The staff that came from the dead body, which is always good things.
Dead body stuff.
Dead body staff.
The dead body staff. That is this one. Although it does require attunement, and right now you are full, so if you want to use it, I'll let you attune to it as if you had done it this night, but you'll have to replace it with something else, but you can decide that when you look at it. It is a staff of striking. Requires attunement, can be wielded as a magic quarterstaff. That's a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls. It has 10 charges. When you hit with a melee attack using it, you can expend up to 3 charges. For each charge you expend, the target takes an extra 1d6 force damage. Staff regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. And it's got like the wand rules where if you expend the last charge and you have to roll a d20, on a 1, the staff becomes a non-magical quarterstaff. It's a real staff of bonking.
Man.
Do you have slots to use it? Because I don't know what else I've got.
I don't, but I can. I have another staff that's attuned that. I can go.
What are my other things?
Man, we made it really
Yeah.
late in this campaign for you guys finally have to start shuffling like magic item
Yeah.
attunement slots around too.
Yeah, once the god leaves me, then we have to de-attune another thing.
That's true. Yeah. I had that written down somewhere.
I like all my
I
stuff.
got the pearl, the grung pearl.
Let me see what I'm attuned to.
Mannix,
I
you've
have a pearl
got
too.
yeah,
You wanna look
Mannix,
first?
you've got that remote eyeball. You've got Moradin's gauntlet, and then you have the pearl from Nang Nang.
I see.
Gillian, you've got your ring of jumping, a pearl of power, and your bagpipes of the stormy sea. And Theron, you have the staff of thorns, the animated shield, the necklace of prayer beads, and then the ring of protection. You can have 4 because of Obolaka. That's Obolaka's power.
My ring of jumping isn't that important if no one else can take that stuff. That ring of jumping has not come in useful or in hand lately.
Oh man, remember that time you jumped into the water and awakened my giant tentacled monster?
Oh yes,
It was useful then.
I
That
was
was very
crazy.
useful for
Yeah,
me.
it was useful to make me look like I was flying for a second.
Right. To fuel your delusion.
It's that scene out of Toy Story. I can fly.
So Max has got a problem though. As we're long resting, he has the simultaneous thought of, oh, the staff I picked up, Theron should use this. But then he's also got a screaming frog in the back of his head saying, "Keep it."
That's right. You want treasure.
What if I wiggle my other staff in front of his face, going, huh? What about this one?
What is that staff? That staff looks good. What is that one?
Staff of Thorns.
Oh, that actually might be good.
That has different spells.
That's
on
also attunement though, so I would have to, if we traded even then, I would have to.
You could give me a charisma saving throw if you want to try to just rebuff. Otherwise, Theron, you'll probably have to take it from him.
I think I'd be too afraid to do that.
Yeah.
All right, I'll try it. I try to put the frog in check. Christmas saving throw?
Yes. The frog's always like, my precious. Our staff. Good staff. Nice staff. Lovely staff.
It's not great.
Nope. You want to hang on to that thing. Even if you can't use it, you want to hoard it as much as you can.
I can't pry my fingers from it. Even though I'm thinking, like, I'm never going to use this.
Mm-hmm. It's a good weapon, too.
So, Mannix, what cool item did you get from the sarcophagus? I'm going to take it and destroy it.
Because he has to tell the
truth. He's trying so strong. He's like he wanted to do
it. Like winking while he says it.
I mean, I'm not going to. I will. Clenches his throat. So what you get, Mannix?
Nothing you need to worry about. Mannix is like holding his pockets closed.
Holding his pockets closed.
If only
all of them?
If only my bandana could let me see through clothing.
Hey, don't look at me.
That's true. You don't know what I can see.
True sight sees everything. Sees right down to your soul.
George is looking really hard
Yeah,
at
you're
Mannix.
muted, hon.
Not muted, just no headset.
Oh. Pick Mannix's pocket. Which one?
One has a staff in it.
One with the you could try to slide a hand.
The one with the staff in it.
Never.
While I'm asleep, you could probably pull it off.
Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand check. Although Mannix does have a pretty good passive perception.
You could do it while I'm awake.
Give me a sleight of hand. Jesus Christ! you can do that trick where you just
really has a death grip on it the entire time, and it just gets just slid out of his hand. His hands are like this.
You can just take the underwear from his still pants-wearing body with that roll. Like, holy crap! Zoink! He's like, whoa, that's a little breezy.
You don't know what she's pickpocketing. Actually.
No, I don't.
She hasn't told you.
You've never even heard of Kaless with that roll. I don't.
She picked your mind clean of her.
Mm-hmm.
memories. It's been good.
I mean, I think we've established canonically that you're taking the staff. This is what we've determined.
Or are you taking the egg that has the Grung spirit?
Ooh,
Destroy my Grung God.
If you do that, then you have to roll for possession against Nang Nang, though. I'll let you choose, Celeste. You rolled a fucking 31. Mm-hmm. It's a petrified Grung egg. What does that mean? With the plus one?
Does the Grung give you a +1 attack or something?
I don't think so.
No, the Grung. What was the Grung?
Plus, it is a possession thing too. So
unless she wants the +1 power, I don't know.
What was it? No, the Grung egg is a pearl of power, which replaces a spell slot. The ability that the possession gives you is to walk on walls. Yeah, no, the pearl power actually doesn't help you as a non-spellcaster. The staff. Okay, yeah, you can take the staff. Do I need to reshare it? For all of you that are listening, Celeste is typing into the thing. Yep. All right, staff of... Is a staff a finesse weapon? It's a quarterstaff. I just want it. Yep. All right, so you managed to steal that staff out from under him. You would, you're full of items also, if you actually want to do a tune to it. It does require attunement. You've got the Cloak of Protection, your Blood Drinker Blade, and Mace of Terror. No attuning. Okay. Just wanted to steal it. All right. This is just going to be... This is like the Office can of spam. Everybody's just going to steal, re-gift to each other. Just gets passed around.
Does that mean I wake up without the Grung God in my head?
No, she stole the staff. The staff.
Oh, okay, right.
The staff was from the dead body. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
No, you still have the.
Okay.
After identifying it before you went to bed and you wake up and it's gone from memory.
It's gone.
She stole the very memory of it. Otherwise, the 8 hours pass and nothing else seems to have disturbed you all while you're in here. Obviously, the Earth Elemental is now gonzo.
Oh my.
Turn that off. Oh, you can still see, can't you? I need to turn that off. Sorry about that. A little behind the scenes action.
Into the void.
Into the void. Into the cracks between walls. Got a little interstellar there. All right, where are y'all going now? You've managed to spend an hour in this room.
That's right.
All right, going over with the gods.
Mannix is still now paranoid, just glancing. He doesn't know who took the staff. He just woke up without it.
It is gone.
It's gone. Trust you all now.
George says, "Where'd that slot go? There's only one way in out here, and I did not see him on my when I went somewhere."
You did not.
He is invisible, but he did also go through this. Oh, you would have seen him.
See, George doesn't know anything. You got to.
Yeah. I'll go and untether whatever bungee situation I created over here.
Are we sure we want to follow that thing?
Not at all, but it might have gold on it.
It does, yeah.
I have a score to settle, and if someone doesn't use their witchery, she looks at Celeste.
Well, I'm gonna hang in the back then.
We're all just completely different characters.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
We're just
trying to be so scared.
Scared.
I bet you wouldn't say that without your mace.
Oh, I'm talking to him.
Mannix will open the door while they're arguing.
All right.
He's uncomfortable. He doesn't want to be in the middle of the fight.
You open the door, and it appears to have some ancient cobwebs filling a narrow corridor. And you see a midpoint with an arched alcove. And within the alcove, a dusty bottle stands on a table.
An ancient dusty bottle?
So ancient.
I would also like, as we are awaking, I'd like to take 10 minutes.
Redo that magic.
Ooh, I can do that too.
You should do it too. We should all do it. It's a morning ritual. All right. I will cautiously approach. Does this dusty bottle emanate any kind of magic?
It does. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not sure what school that is, but it is radiating a powerful magic. But as you approach, you can see the bottle appears to be stoppered at the top. And inside you see a tiny whirlwind of sand that coalesces into a humanoid shape. And you see the figure frantically waving its hands and calling out in a muffled voice to you.
I can't understand it. Can you put my ear up to the bottle?
What languages do you
take the
know?
cork out of the bottle. I say this from the other room.
Okay. And the Mannix is going to take his mage hand, pick up the bottle, transfer the bottle to the room that Gillian's in, and then uncork the bottle.
Transfer the bottle? How are you going to do that? Set it on the ground?
Tongs.
Yeah. It's got his mage hand. He just mage hand the bottle, the whole bottle, picks the bottle up, mage hands it into the room that Gillian's in, sets it down, and then uncorks it.
Okay, so you're setting it down on the floor? And then uncork? Okay. All right, so you do that. You all see this bottle come floating in with Mannix's mage hand put on the ground, and he uncorks it. And you see a whirlwind of sand spilling out of the bottle, and the top half forms a large female figure with rock-like skin. She's adorned with fine clothing and jewelry, and glowers at you all imperiously. And she looks like... Let's see, I'm actually going to move you all. You all take a step backwards as this sandstorm is unleashed in the middle of you. Looks like this. I will share a handout in a moment.
She has big hands.
Indeed.
Sure does.
And she says a few more words in a tongue that... actually, what languages do all of you know?
Everyone consults the character sheet.
Yep.
Common, Dwarvish, Thieves' Cant.
Elvish.
Undercommon.
Druidic.
Where is it on the character sheet? Under...
Common, Gnomish.
Common, Gnomish, Primordial.
She speaks, and none of you can understand her. Gillian, you think you might actually pick out... It sounds like a language that you are familiar with, but it's a very different... it's like a different dialect, I guess. Because you probably know like aquatic specifically, and this is a more earthy dialect. And the creature kind of looks annoyed and then begins to cast a spell. And she tries a few more words in vastly different languages. Some of you can hear her, some of you can't. And then all of a sudden she gets to common. And finally, as she sees all of you understanding, she kind of nods at you all and switches to common at that point. And says, I am Keshma al-Wazir, a Zhao of elemental earth. That nasty lich imprisoned me decades ago, but it appears I was forgotten. Who has released me?
We get 3 wishes if it was us.
She huffs. You read too many stories. But
Yes.
But I could reward you for freeing me.
It was him, and he points to Mannix.
Hi.
Damn, I wanted the wish.
She kind of floats there and hovers for a moment as she regards you.
Just doing a good deed. See me needed a helping hand.
I told him to uncork the bottle. Your rock elementalness, largeness, your almighty rockness.
You say that, and she turns to you, Gillian, and looks you full on and says, I see you are the leader. You know how to address someone of my stature.
But I am. It is so good to talk to you.
Yes.
What, may I ask, were you doing in that little tiny bottle? That is no place for somebody of your stature.
Indeed not. I was promised wealth and slaves from a tomb in the jungle on the material plane. But I was deceived, and this lich's power exceeds my own.
Well, we know where some slaves are.
We do know where some slaves are.
You just gotta kill a few snake people, and they're all yours.
What are you doing here?
What are we doing here? We tell her what we're doing here. Huh?
We want to kill the lich.
That's what she said, right? We are also trying to find and kill said lich.
You small mortals. Very curious.
Yeah, but we're the ones outside the bottle.
Don't pay no attention to him.
She cocks an eyebrow. Yes.
Well, I think at this point, some of these people aren't really true mortals anymore because everyone is kind of possessed.
Yeah, we're
at
possessed
this point.
by gods.
Which, while she's talking to this thing, Mannix is going to come up behind Celeste and go like, I'm not saying we should do anything, but if this thing were to die here in this tomb, all those jewels would be ours.
She is covered and adorned in jewels. Mannix, your god, Nang Nang, says that you should cut a deal with her that only benefits you.
Only me?
Yeah. And George, Moa, says that you should make a deal with her and you absolutely shouldn't break it. You should be very truthful and honest with her.
And I would just like to make it clear to you right now, ma'am, that I am the only one who is not possessed out of this group. In case anything goes awry here.
You lie. That old man is not possessed either.
We tend to forget about that one.
Moa.
You shove the spirits of small gods into your slaves. I like this. You are strong for one who comes from the water realm. Perhaps I could be of assistance. I want only to return to my home.
And where is your home?
Slavetopia.
The plane of earth.
Okay. Well, we would be happy to do whatever we can to help you get home if you can help us navigate this dangerous dungeon and maybe give us some guidance on where we should be going next.
And some of those jewels.
just again, possess. Just tune it out.
She says,
Pay no attention to that one, but I would watch your jewels.
George says, I too feel a fair and equal deal should be done.
You did.
Plane of Earth?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
You did save me from imprisonment, and so I will come to your aid 3 times. Not once, not twice, but thrice. You may call upon me to aid you, because I see you as one of respect. But she's only talking to Gillian when she's addressed. She hasn't even addressed the rest of you at all.
We haven't talked about the jewels yet.
Well, that is most kind and gracious
The
of you.
jewels would count as one of my assistances.
Okay, somebody needs to just hold Panics back, silence him.
George says,
We're not wasting our wish on jewels.
George steps up. I'll silence him as he steps towards Manny.
Manny's like, fuck it. All right, fine.
And she's adorned. She's got these sapphire cords woven into her hair. She's got platinum armbands. She's got jewels all over. She is definitely decked out.
And how might we call upon you if we do require your assistance?
You may keep the bottle on you. Simply call out my name, Keshma al-Wazir, and whatever assistance you require to the best of my vast abilities.
Okay. Well, that sounds absolutely delightful.
She nods, and you see her swirl away into dust.
Wait. Do you think she saw the slide go by?
The what?
Oh, yeah, this was her. Wait, there's nowhere to go in here.
Would you like to give me a perception check?
Okay, yeah.
I have another question back.
Well, I don't want to waste one of our wishes on asking her a question.
Before Maddox,
are you sure your Keshma was here?
Yeah. Really?
Really? You? Our bargain is complete.
Wow.
Was she really Keshma was here? Go ahead, Mr. Mannix.
Yeah, I'll do a perception. Well, I'll say before he does that, it probably doesn't go anywhere. But he'll attempt to just confidently walk up to the bottle like he's gonna pick it up, like it says.
Mannix is doing that?
Yeah.
Oh no, okay, no. So I'm gonna stride up to Mannix and slap him across the face and take the bottle.
There's a lot of pent up aggression in that slide.
The most aggressive thing Gillian's ever done.
He's just reaching for it, and she just fucking.
She is not having it with these trickster god possessions. Just children,
yeah.
No.
But she had jewels. They'll just blink away. All right, yeah. Now I'll do it in this area, this room.
So, Gillian, I would advise putting something in your inventory so you remember about this whole bargain deal. You've got a bottle of a Dow, which is in fact, you guys could roll. Let's see. Obviously, it seems like an Earth genie. If any of you want to try to identify more about what this particular creature is capable of, give me an Arcana check to any of you that want to try to recall information about this thing that you have found. Ooh. Yeah, Mannix, you know a bit of this. Gillian, you know that there are different genies for all the different 4 elemental planes. And the Tao is essentially the genie of elemental earth. They are not very good-natured, as you can see. Most genies aren't. Only the air genie is really the typical kind of good-natured one. But the Daos are slave masters. They are extremely greedy. They're very into their jewels. And they typically have like slaves working in their mines, picking up jewels. They grind their jewels like onto their food and consume it. Like it's a whole thing with them.
But not the slaves, right?
They're very powerful, physically, and the Tao genies are capable of manipulating the ground and earth around them in different kind of spells, as well as like conjuring up earth elementals. And you're pretty sure that most genies have the ability to render people like invisible or turn them into gas and those kind of abilities. So basically, you're trying to recall the things that would be useful to you.
Okay.
And in combat, they're pretty capable as well. That is what you recall about elementals. All right. Were you going to give me a perception check in here? Do you just want to walk around and look around?
Yes.
There
23.
All right, Mr. Mannix, you spot an identical secret door on the opposite at the end of this hallway.
These are our slod. Where our slod went, right here.
He points to the single hallway leading out.
The one door.
Nailed it again.
Yeah.
Our
Mannix
slot
1,
one.
slot 0.
I'll go ahead.
All right. Yeah. I'll try to jimmy this door too.
All right.
We'll wait 2 rooms over.
Same thing. That one slides on open. And it opens up into a very large room with 6 cauldrons brimming with humanoid bones lining the walls of this tomb, at the center of which stands an ancient chariot bearing a bronze sarcophagus with treasure strewn atop it. Paintings on the chariot's body show a tall bird with a long, sharp beak. On the south wall, a bronze shield bears the embossed image of a Chultan warrior carrying a spear, below an inscription that reads, "Bow before no one." 4 bronze statues stand on pedestals to either side of the shield. They depict Chultan warriors, one holding a shield, 2 with spears, and 1 missing its face.
Okay. Where were the? Oh, there we go. Sarex 1.
Mannix, as you look in there, you hear Nang Nang in your head to go, "Treasure! Treasure! Let us have it! Have it now!"
I see it. I see it. You freaking frog. We're getting there.
Mannix, roll me a saving throw if you want to do anything other than rush into this room and grab the treasure.
Oh, lordy. All right. Yeah. It's impossible to
Charisma save, please.
Back. All right. Charisma save.
Mannix, you feel like that treasure needs to be in your pockets ASAP.
Mannix literally knows it's a bad idea. It's like a gambling addict. Like he knows this is gonna go nowhere but bad. But he's just like, maybe this one time, just this once.
What do you guys do as you see Mannix open this door and immediately start like a moth to the flame walking in there? And Theron, Obolaka actually informs you. Is Obolaka male or female? She informs you this looks like Papazodal's shrine, the Iblis, which is the bird. And she warns you that these cauldrons could contain the bones of Papazodal's most zealous devotees.
Well, looks like we're down a member.
Does Moa tell George anything?
There might be a lot of bad stuff in there.
Yeah, kind of similar. Where they all, the rest of you, they seem to recognize what looks like Papazodal's work is in this shrine.
Probably gonna be a fight. We better save him before he dies.
I have a question.
Class wants to shut the door on me.
Time to shut the door.
George is blinded to 30 feet. How about Moa?
Moa is tied to your physical senses, it seems. So actually, I guess if you can't see that far into the room, then Moa's not really informing you.
Oh, sorry, Mannix. George can't do anything because he doesn't know what's happening.
I think it's a pretty good idea shutting the door. I don't want anything in there getting in here.
And Mannix, as Mannix is walking in, you see another one of those odd small key skeleton figures with the odd shaped head. You saw a similar one on the level above you. And this one sees you and gives off a little yelp sound and appears to be just running around and just leaps into one of these cauldrons.
Can I roll a charisma saving throw?
Yes.
To go into the room?
Yes.
Mannix takes mental note of the skeleton key.
Okay, yeah, Mannix, you feel like you just like mentally push Obolaka's worriedness aside, and you feel that temporarily her influences are shoved aside. You can still feel them, but now you feel like you're in control of your own fate.
For how long? Like an action?
No, yeah, for a good long while, you feel like.
Okay. All right, gang. Let's get in there and help him out before he dies.
What's happening? Why is Mannix dying?
I'm doing something really stupid, George.
My God said there's a lot of bad stuff in here. Evilest God, that sort of thing.
Shouldn't we let him die?
Well, if we want to get out of here alive, we probably need all of us.
We just have a genie now.
Wongo just wants to kill anything that appears as violently and quickly as possible.
Max will at least have the presence of mind to knowing that. Tell Kaless, there's zombies up there to kill. He doesn't even look over there. He's just still walking towards the treasure.
So
Mannix, stop.
The other thing you notice as Mannix is walking in, you see a trio of zombies pressed up against this door to the north. And this large stone door, like 10 feet wide, has these holes cut out where the zombies could fit in. And they seem to have this weird, like, horse bridle through their mouths. And it's attached to some kind of pulley system. And as soon as you're walking around, you see these zombies kind of do that Walking Dead thing where they just gradually, turn around and notice you. And they begin to walk towards you. And as they do, it pulls the chain that they're attached to, and the door to the north begins to open as they walk towards you. And then Mannix, you step up to the chariot, put your hand out, immediately touch one of the, and there is a good amount of treasure on here. There's some golden cups. There's a nice gold
Mannix,
torque.
Stop.
I wish I could. I know this is wrong.
Just really nice stuff.
Tackle him. Tackle.
You tackle it, man. You tackle him right when Mannix like touches one of the gold pieces, and as that happens, the Abu, no.
I know we are very much just like reenacting Aladdin.
That's right. The cauldrons begin to shake, and you see bones, and these glass cauldrons you can see inside. These bones begin to knit together and animate and begin to form human skeletons, which start leaping out with swords and bows. And I'm going to need everybody to roll some initiative,
sorry,
please.
Everybody. I could.
Yep. must die.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we got zombies. We got skeletons.
Oh my gosh. This is too much.
I got to change. Oh, actually, I almost rolled the exact one I need. All right, I'm not rolling for Orvex. He is back there cowering in the previous room. Gillian, you do get the drop on everything. None of you were necessarily surprised by this, as you could kind of see these creatures popping out. But yeah, Gillian, the situation is you see a bunch of skeletons climbing their way out of these cauldrons. They're currently out of them, and they look menacing, holding weapons.
Smoking.
Smoking.
Good. You can pass me if you want.
Yeah, I don't really want to. I don't really want to jump in there.
Oh, my initiative was abysmal.
Let's see.
Could you number the skeletons, please?
Oh my gosh, I did forget that, didn't I? So many skeletons.
Attack the middle, right, left one.
Yeah.
That is going to get confused real quick.
I don't know if I've ever had this many enemies on the screen.
Great.
Okay, so I am going to cast Hypnotic Pattern. So this has a range of 120 feet. So it's a 30-foot cube. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, these are the wisest skeletons of all time.
So it's a 30-foot cube. So it would be like all of the
2 cauldrons worth, you would say?
2 cauldrons worth of skeletons.
Okay. Wisdom save. They are charmed. Skeletons immune to charm.
Oh, are they?
Are not immune to charm. I'll go ahead and tell you that. What is your DC for
15?
15. Alrighty then. So we're gonna do skeletons 1, 2, 3, and 4, and as well as our oddly shaped skeleton friend who tried to jump into the cauldron. Going down the line, I think I can switch to skeleton on here. All right. Wisdom number 1 fails. Wisdom number 2. Is there some lag there? Fails. Wisdom number 3. I don't think my Roll20 likes having this many creatures. Wisdom number 3.
It'll happen eventually.
Will. I'm gonna click it again. I don't know if it's backed up. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
All 4 fail, and then that one's got
Nice.
the same stat. We'll just do the weird shaped skeleton as well. That one oddly makes the save, but the rest of them are all in. So 2 of the cauldrons, the 4 skeletons in those cauldrons, all of them immediately just slump over. And they are knocked unconscious, or incapacitated.
Mm-hmm.
Only ends if they take damage or someone uses an action to shake them out of their stupor.
So don't shake the skeletons, guys.
Don't shake out the skeletons. Kaless, and we'll take a break after this first round, I think.
Assassinate.
You did get the drop on them. Wongo was very pleased. Is it lagging for you too? There's a lot of creatures. 27 will hit a skeleton. All right, that skeleton explodes into many, many bony pieces. And you do get your temporary hit points. So few hit points.
Skeletons don't have a lot of blood to drink.
That is true. Everybody knows that. Offhand attack will also hit. You almost rolled the exact same combination. I don't... Or I get... Yeah, you have advantage because the assassinate thing, don't you? For 2 damage against this one. Okay. All right, is that it? All right. Before George goes, Mannix, Theron, and Kaless, you all see that Chilton warrior I described on that bronze shield hanging on this wall animates and turns like a stop-motion animation Ray Harryhausen figure, just like this. And you see it's clutching that spear, and it turns and throws, and the spear materializes into this pure beam of force and throws it straight at Mannix.
I only have 3 hit points left.
Actually, I'm going to hide this roll so you don't see it initially. Good to see. Because it's annoying with the ones that have the chance to hit. All right, Mr. Mannix, I don't believe your shield will help you here either. It attacks you with a roll of 20. It's not a crit, though.
Okay.
So 20 hits?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, and you take 17 force damage as this beam of force shaped like a spear is hurled at you from this shield, this figure on the shield on the south wall.
Okay. I can do nothing. Mitigate that. Okay. 17.
Mr. George.
Which skeletons are pulling the chain to open the door?
None of the skeletons are. It's these zombies around the corner to the north that are apparently pulling. Yeah, so you're not actually aware of that, any of that yet. You can probably hear the sound of zombies coming from this northern side. But all these skeletons are crawling out of these cauldrons, or have crawled out of the cauldrons.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I can't do anything about the zombies. So he's just going to attack number 8. Yeah. Huh. Pretty bad.
That was a poor showing indeed. 10 is a crit failure.
He whiffs. Can use his other hand.
21 will hit a skeleton for sure.
And then his extra attack.
Okay. 14 will hit a skeleton.
Not a 10. No.
All right. That actually destroys that skeleton. That 1-2 slashing punch smashes all the bones apart and they just fall.
George looks towards Mannix. It does nothing.
Mr. Mannix.
Am I still in the clutches of wanting to grab as much of this treasure as I can?
You would really like to, yeah. I will let you roll another save if you want to try to resist that.
Okay. I will attempt to, I'll continue to attempt to ward off. This is going really bad, and he knows it.
Yeah. I'll give you advantage because you are being attacked right now.
Okay. Probably.
15 does not, fortunately.
Holy mackerel, it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Mannix, at that point, mustering everything he's got, And it does not force the compulsion back. Mag's like, this was a mistake.
Oh.
I need to get this frog out of my head.
You long rested. We forgot to do your divination die.
Yes, we did. Thank you. Let me just give you 2. Those aren't great, but I'll take them.
But you do feel compelled to grab all of this treasure that you can.
Yeah. All right. Is that gonna take my action, or am I just?
Yeah, for sweeping all this treasure in there, you get a. You're gonna get the treasure in the middle of the battle. You grab a gold torque, which looks very nice. 3 gold cups, which look very nice, and 5 gold cloak pins, which look okay.
Okay.
Nang Nang is extremely pleased at this. It's like, so much shinies, like the shinies.
Are you satisfied, frog lady?
Never satisfied. More treasure.
Maddox turned to Theron, he standing right next to him. He goes, Theron, I promise I'll get this under control eventually.
You said it before.
Yeah. But for the time being, good luck. Mag's gonna run away.
Rehab didn't work for you.
I would, if you wanted as part of your action, if you wanted to open the sarcophagus. Because Nang Nang, you feel like Nang Nang likes being in your body and would not necessarily want you to open the sarcophagus, but in your greed to grab all the treasure, you could probably open it if you wanted to. I'll leave it up to you.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because you know what these... and this sarcophagus does. It's got like the, the covers emblazoned with the bird and all of that. So you're feeling like this is a legit tomb. You don't feel like opening it would necessarily do anything, although one of them did contain a mummy that clock punched you. You know that so far, all of them have had certain items that you've had to touch, and that's what causes the possession. So I'm saying as part of your action, if you wanted to go through all of those motions, you think you probably could, but it is up to you.
I'll do it. Yeah. I'll as part of the grabbing all the items and slide that coffin lid off.
Okay.
I think I got.
You slide it, and you kind of hear like Nang Nang immediately start saying, wait, not that. And then you see
it's fine, frog lady, it's fine.
You see inside the brittle skull and bones of an Eblis, which is like a large crane type creature. And it is wearing a very nice, fancy looking amulet.
I will immediately reach out and try to.
Okay. As you grab it, strange shadows shift
and
across.
As I grab it, I'm gonna let the wrong egg just roll out of my hand onto the ground.
Strange shadows shift across the walls, forming the outline of a long-legged bird. Its beak stabs at you as a voice echoes through your mind. You will do as I command. Now, do you want to just fail the save because you can choose that to have it enter?
Worse.
This sounds worse. But George wants to kill him, and he's getting everybody killed with this bullshit lust for gold. So Maddox makes a conscious decision to roll the dice again.
It can't be any worse, can it, guys? All right,
Yeah.
Mannix.
It's the most evil one.
That's right. Now kill your party member.
Which do you want to know first, the god's possession or the item?
Let's go with the god.
Okay. The god is Papazodal. And Papazodal's personality is shrewd and conniving. And you gained the new flaw. I bow before no one and expect others to do as I command. It's going to go for real well.
You.
That's mine.
That is yours, yeah. That is yours.
My drunken state.
That should have been yours.
The power is that you cannot be surprised. You gain advantage on all wisdom checks, and you never take damage from falling. And you immediately hear the voice of Nang Nang going, "No! No!" And you are automatically deattuned from that item, and you become automatically attuned to one that you are going to shit yourself over.
Oh no!
Literally.
I have to kill guys.
The Amulet of Health. Mr. Mannix, your Constitution score becomes 19 while you are wearing this amulet.
Wow.
I'm double what I used to be. Twice the man I was.
Look at Theron's face. He's like, holy shit.
I want that amulet.
You've got an 18 in con, don't you?
More health.
More health. Mannix literally, I think, has a base
No, I
of
have a
0
19.
con.
It would do absolutely nothing for me.
Do you know how many hit points
It would
that
do
is?
nothing.
That's a lot of hit points.
That's a lot of
That's a
hit
lot of
points.
A lot of hit points.
I think it's 4 times 9 hit points.
I think it's.
What is a 19 modifier? Is that a plus?
Oh,
It's a plus 4. He went from a 0 to a 4.
So that's 40. Or well, I guess from
36.
starting at 10, starting at 2, so that's 36.
Yeah.
I almost doubled my hit points.
Wow.
Yeah.
But remember your old score because this is a weird tricky and your hit hit
Oh
point.
god, I have to do math. 'Cause I'm also got the curse on me.
You have to write all that down because there could be a time where you're not attuned to this item, in which case you immediately lose all those hit points.
Okay.
He's gonna be like Tony Stark now, where he has to have like this thing with him to stay alive.
I'll die if I take it off.
Die if I take it off. Yeah, so you are automatically attuned to that. That replaces Nang Nang's Pearl of Power.
Heather said he sounded like healthier, so.
He does.
Elements in the bags under his eyes.
Yeah.
His skin looks a little more toned.
Max, you've been working out in the last 40 seconds or whatever.
That's right.
He has this glow about him, like he's happy, healthy.
You
But
do
he's
still
happy.
have your movement now, and obviously now you feel more in control. And since this is Papazodal's tomb, Papazodal immediately, is a voice in your head and sounds like, "You bow before no one."
Right. Just to wrap his head around this.
Do I need to?
Skeletons. You answer to me now.
See?
See?
So the 2 clues I'll remind you of was that one, and then the inscription below the shield in this dungeon, or in this room, which read, "Bow before no one."
None of us are already bowing.
No.
Where did that say? That at?
The inscription below this shield, flanked by 4 statues, one of which is holding a shield, 2 of them have spears, and 1 is missing its face.
I don't know.
I think the no one's the one without a face.
You do still have your movement. You did use your action, but you've got your movement left if you want to do anything else.
But my guy just said don't bow to anyone.
Yes.
Not
Right?
even me.
It said you bow. It said you bow before no one.
Is this a Game of Thrones riddle?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's what I was just. Yeah. All right. Let's see if the god in my head will even let me do that at this, because I don't think he'd. What I'm gathering is he doesn't like me bowing to anybody. But Mannix will go up to the statue that has no face. They're all on the south wall, right?
Yeah, there's all these statues down here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's this one.
Yeah, Mannix will bow before it, and he'll say, "I am Papazodal, and you are no one." As he's bowing down.
As you do that, you hear the voice in your head seem satisfied with that, and you hear the cauldrons, which sound like they were knitting more skeletons, suddenly begin to simmer and cool and that the cauldrons appear to kind of shut down. However, the active skeletons are still active. You do notice, however, and so Mannix, you actually did have to go over here to bow before it, physically.
Which one? Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. You do notice that the warrior on the shield that was tracking you, as soon as you bowed, it immediately starts tracking somebody else.
Can I like command it? Statue! Throw your spear at that skeleton!
The statue doesn't seem to react. Papazodal says, I will kill anyone who does not bow before no one.
Everyone bow before no one. This is no one.
I know one.
I know. My name is No One, and I'm an alcoholic.
That's right. I've got no face. All right, Mr. Theron.
So you tell us that right before?
Yeah.
Did you inform any of us about this? You all definitely saw something happen with the trickster, the god exchange program that Mannix just pulled off.
Which, by the way, Gilead, if you want a greedy frog god in your head, there's a thing laying on the floor.
Just what she wants, right? Your leftovers.
That's right.
What did that pearl do?
Yeah, I was gonna say the advantage is now you're aware of what all of these things entail. The pearl is the same as your pearl. It lets you replace a spell slot.
Spell slot. Well, that doesn't seem like that's useful at all. Then
it also gives you resistance.
But the crawling on the walls.
Yeah. It also came with poison resistance.
I've always wanted to crawl on the wall.
Yeah, the god's power was it gave you a climbing speed equal to your walking speed, and you can move up and down vertical surfaces and on ceilings. That was the power.
There they are.
Don't forget the fine text. Now you have George's grudge.
That's true.
That's the extra grudge.
You also inherit
Indeed.
ire.
I want to kill you.
Yeah. I think I'll stay not possessed for a while.
We'll just keep that grung egg.
Gillian's gonna have the big mom energy here with just like hurting all of the possessed.
Someone's got to mediate all this nonsense.
That's right.
All right. Well, I'm temporarily not scared of everything. I'm going to Allosaurus it up.
Allosaurus it up.
Despite my hatred for everything around me, I'm going to heed his advice. He actually has a lot of movement. Is bowing a full action?
No, but
okay.
Mr. Mannix is currently. Did you want to move away from the statue then? Because
I could. I absolutely could.
Yeah, you could do that.
I could go back this far, I think.
Okay.
All right. Half my movement. I'll go here. I'll do a curtsy. No, I'll do a bow. And
okay, as you do that, as you approach the warrior on the shield was tracking you, and then as soon as your dinosaur does a very formal kneels down and bows, and the warrior immediately starts tracking somebody else.
Okay. I don't want to be in the way of anything.
But the current skeletons that were already created seem to still be hostile and active.
Are the skeletons on the bottom right? Are they just ran out of numbers? They're blue.
Right. I just ran out of numbers.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
You'll have to say red 3 or blue 2.
I will actually pounce on blue 2.
All right. Flying over Mannix. 15 will hit a skeleton.
All right, so now you need to roll a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Oh boy. Let's see. Strength save. Nope. They are knocked to the ground.
All right, so Claudia.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but your pouncing claw attack destroys that skeleton. You're busy like pouncing it and just ripping it apart, and it takes you a moment to realize you killed it a long time ago.
Alright. Well, let's hang out here then and gosh, shucks.
All right, skeletons. A lot of them are incapacitated and charmed. 10, 15, 20, 25. This one can't even. So these skeletons seem to completely ignore Mannix and Theron. So since actually this one can't reach you, these two just stride up and fire their bows at Kaless. Wow. They were like the seasoned archers of skeletons.
Lordy.
Lord, indeed. Yeah, those are insane rolls. There we go. That's the... Wait, stop typing. And then that's the crit. So 14 total damage. 4 on one and then 10 on the other if you want to do your dodge thing. Then we've got red 7 skeleton will come down and attack George. Sword. Wow, these skeletons were itching for a fight. For 4 damage. Blue skeleton number 1 will attack Kaless. What? For 5 damage. And then blue skeleton number 3 is going to climb all the way over and also attack. Just ignore Theron. And also go after Kaless.
Dinosaur.
Look at that! 5 for 5 on the skeletons. 7 damage, 20 plus rolls almost every time. Goodness me. The zombies shuffle down.
The old zombie shuffle.
The old zombie shuffle. They all get to about here, but you notice that's as far as they can get. I guess this one can make it here. As they are all still tied to some kind of pulley system about up here, and you can see this door to the north completely open now. And can any of you actually see up there from where you are?
I can see there's like a...
Okay.
Barely.
Theron, you recognize the balcony of the staircase you all came in on. And you recall there was a door to your south when you first came in that had moaning.
Gotcha.
All right, so that's the end of the round. Let's all take a break. Should have done the beginning of the round, and we will be back in about 10 minutes for more of this combat encounter. Switch our music to the break music. All right, we are back from our break. Turn our break music off for battle music. We are still in the middle of Papa Zodal's tomb, and it is Gillian's turn at the top.
Okay, so I can I actually push back past George at this point, like to come here?
Sure.
Since there's that skeleton in front of him. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'll come down here. And I'll attack whatever number that is. Number 1.
Number 1.
So there's my crossbow.
That certainly hits.
And my rapier.
That also hits. All right, your 1-2 punch also destroys the skeleton. Swift flurry. All right, Kaless. You're still muted? Did you unmute? Still not getting any audio? Oh, shoot. Well, your volume's fine on my end, but... Damn. I thought we just fixed that. Okay. If you messed with your sound settings, go into the Discord settings and in the audio, and there might be a drop down for whatever your headset is. But yes, you can stab.
You can always stab.
You can always stab. So the team will hit a skeleton. I assume number blue 3 is where we're at. That skeleton explodes in a shower of bones. Okay. It is the statue with the X on it.
Oh, right. I forgot about bowing. Darn it. That break messed me up. Forgot everything during that break.
Right.
All right, so you walk over and bow before they got right next to these skeletons. Okay. Yeah, so now that you bowed, that Chultan warrior on the shield stops tracking you and looks over and sees Gillian as the nearest unbowed person. And it materializes its spear of force and hurls it at you. Does a 15 hit you?
Yes. Hold on. Yeah.
It's an attack roll. I'm just trying to hide the
Yes.
modifier. All right. Then you take 25 force damage as this spear.
That's really good damage.
That's pretty good damage. Slams into you. Then it is George's turn.
George ignores the skeleton and looks for the petrified growing egg.
I mean, if Gillian didn't pick it up, it's still laying on the ground.
It is still, yep.
Right. Can you tell me where it is?
Right next,
Probably
right,
like that square.
right south of that zombie. Yeah.
He's going to take an attack opportunity to walk up to the egg.
George is single-minded.
Yes, he is. Skeleton misses as you walk by.
I just would like to attack the egg or destroy it or whatever it takes.
What do you want to use?
My sword.
Sword?
You want me to roll a regular?
Give me an attack roll. Yeah, you feel like it would be pretty hard to single-handedly destroy a god artifact, but I'm going to give you a shot.
At the moment, it's lagging.
Yeah, I think it's all the tokens we've got. The height of anticipation.
Oh, wait. I clicked the wrong item. Okay.
Your blade does strike it, but it doesn't seem to have any effect.
Use my bonus action with my other blade. Worse.
Yep.
I've got an extra attack.
Okay. That's a very good roll, and you feel like it would take the best possible roll you could do to try to destroy this artifact. But it does seem like you are working it really hard. I will, because of your hatred for the Grung and your need to destroy this Grung artifact, I will give you a point of inspiration for that, however. As we had, Heather dropped out. I wonder if she's trying to fix it.
Just take it prisoner. You'll have a Grung god in your backpack.
No. I appreciate your timing. I appreciate your timing.
Change just this one temporarily.
I will now action surge.
You can do so many actions.
Mm-hmm.
This entire battle George is just gonna be hacking up the ground.
Use your inspiration.
I know. All right. I got an extra attack now with my action surge.
At this point, Moa in your head is like, George, please, we must focus. On our true enemy, Wongo!
That one over there.
I'm guessing I need a crit. Is that what you're telling me?
That's pretty much what I'm telling you. Yeah, goddamn, you're getting all over it too.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Can anyone hear me?
Yay,
Yes.
you're back.
Yay!
With one final strike in this move.
George
set
is
here.
spending all of his actions destroying.
George uses his inspiration. Ah, damn it.
And whiffs.
You were feeling it. A flurry of blows rain down upon this petrified Grung egg. You think you hear the sound of every Grung everywhere shrieking at once.
No, they're
Brings him great
laughing.
joy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I used
Yeah,
it
doing the
already.
collective like, whew, like motion.
Okay.
Next, George needs to find a volcano.
I wonder. So, but I know if I touch it, it'll try to possess me, right?
Oh Lord, George, please don't become suicidal with this. Like, the only way to stop this threat is by holding this thing inside of me and then killing myself.
Good idea, George.
This is how I win.
This is how I win.
Moa, tell me real quick. If I touch this with my bare hands, will it try to possess me?
Moa confirms and says, yes, we have all our sacred artifacts. We are tied to them. That is
What if
Nang Nang's the Cruel.
What if I don't touch it? With my bare hands, I mean. What if I don't use my bare hand?
It cannot possess you.
George pulls out whatever.
A doggy
Water
bag.
skin, a handkerchief. He kneels down and picks up the egg, but not touching it,
Mm-hmm.
and uses Moa's power to go invisible.
Okay.
Oh shit, it's an action. Damn it.
Oh, it is an action. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I pick it up anyway.
Okay.
Now you guys know what's gonna happen on my next turn.
Yeah, you pick it up very carefully, and nothing happens as you are not touching it skin to skin. Mr. Mannix.
All right. I will, I guess, just start trying to clean up these zombies. I have an reasonable hatred for the fact that these zombies don't even tell him to. I told him to stand down.
Stand down, Captain.
I'm just gonna do a green flame rapier on the one between myself and Celeste. Number 6.
That'll do.
Okay. 15. Number 6.
That skeleton explodes in a ball of green flame.
That's right.
I just remembered my Hypnotic Pattern. I think that's a concentration spell.
Gillian, you are the teacher's pet tonight. Give me a Constitution saving throw and give yourself a point of inspiration.
Oh, that was me.
Okay.
That was my character sheet.
You maintain a concentration of locking down a quarter of the skeletons.
12 green flame that leaps to number 5.
Wow. Okay. That one also bursts into flame. Jeez.
That's max damage. Yeah.
Nice. All right, Mr. Theron. Saurus. I haven't seen Theron Saurus in a while.
I know. I miss that guy. He's going to pounce onto 4.
Pouncy. Okay, let me recap what incapacitated means. Do I have any? Is that disadvantage? Is that auto hit? What does that mean? Just can't take actions or reactions. So just pounce away, I guess. That's odd. So you don't even have advantage on somebody who's incapacitated?
That seems weird.
That does seem weird.
Can you do it? You can't do a saving throw, though, right?
All it says under the condition that I'm reading is it just says an incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. Because it's different than unconscious, which is all of the things that you expect.
It also technically means they can move.
Oh, that's also weird.
Which I guess with Hypnotic Pattern, that actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense. You're just kind of like
wander around
in a daze. Yeah, that's bizarre.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I role-played it wrong. They're not actually like dropped down and unconscious. They're just kind of like, it's like the drooling out of your mouth, kind of like sitting there, but apparently that can still be hard to hit, I guess.
I feel like you've used that spell a number of times and only now realizing we're wrong.
I know.
Yeah.
That's everything. Wait, chat is saying move is an action. That's, I guess, defined as an action? Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's your move action, so.
I suppose.
Yeah, okay. There you go. We learned something tonight. A claw will hit, which means the pounce goes off, which means the saving throw must be strength, and the skeleton hangs on. It's in a daze, but manages to avoid. It does take a full 8 damage, though.
That is really bad on the damage.
Does that include your extra? Oh, yeah, that's just a lot of little numbers.
Yeah.
Lots of tiny numbers.
All right.
All right, the skeleton's turn. And by the way, I did mention that since the first time somebody bowed, these cauldrons looked like they were going to bubble up and create more skeletons, but that did get shut down. There's one skeleton left that's conscious. It's going to go down and attack George.
I mean, force conscious now.
Look at that, man. These skeletons.
Wow.
Fucking dynamite skeletons. These are like the Olympic.
Just regular ass skeletons.
Yeah, the Olympic athlete. No, they were the Olympics team of Omu that were actually the devotees of Fabazodal.
Okay.
The fucking elite of the elite. 5 damage to George for that skeleton. And the zombies still can't really reach anywhere, but one zombie is close enough to attack George. And it is going to try to slam you. Oh, zombies are not as good.
Miss.
Yeah.
It's the B team.
Yeah, those zombies. They just
Oh,
wandered.
I missed my chance. It's the Z team.
The Z team, or Z if you're Canadian. Gillian at the top of the list, please.
I would like to bow.
That requires you to be before the faceless god, or the faceless statue. Sorry.
Just bow who she is.
Which one is that?
She just walks and bows every 5 feet just to be sure. Is it good yet? Have I passed? The one Celeste is currently in front of.
Do I have to be immediately like in front of it? In which case I'll dash and bow.
You can be, yeah, that's fine. You can be right next to it. All right, so dash does take your action then, if you want to run over there and bow.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Celeste.
So we really only have the zombies left, right?
And one skeleton.
And one skeleton.
One
Okay.
skeleton.
Although if everybody bows, I suppose they'll all just stand there.
Well, maybe.
For a minute.
Yeah.
So far, you've noticed the skeletons have not attacked people that have bowed.
But we don't know if the zombies are under the same rule.
That's true.
very true.
Yeah.
So
The zombies are tethered to the
Mhm.
There's no way they could break that tether.
oh, of course not.
Never.
Oh my god, cat figure. There we go.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy. They're all like straining against they've got this like bridle like in their teeth and they're just straining at it and like, ooh.
20. Alright. Well, the god in my head says that I have to kill things, so
It sure
That's
does.
fair.
Murder most foul.
not advantage, it's just normal. But I get my sneak attack because George is right there.
Holding
Oh, that was bad.
little lump of poo. You know what's funny about zombies? Say it with me.
What's funny about zombies?
Zombies have very low armor class.
Surprisingly low.
Surprisingly low, one might say. 14 does hit a zombie.
Yay!
That's from like session 6 or something too. I feel like when you guys are
Yeah.
first fighting zombies.
Just a running.
Yep.
26 points of damage.
All right, that would trigger its undead fortitude. Let's find out if these fun zombies can stick around. It has to roll 5 plus the damage taken. So it has to roll
31.
31 on its con save. Show me 31. Not
Can't do
quite.
it.
Alas, that zombie explodes. Its weakness is a fuck ton of damage. No,
That's it.
Steve, he's been with us since the beginning. The other zombie. He was the glue that kept me and Larry from fighting. All right, is that it?
Yes.
So
That's it.
the statue, or the shield, the figure on the shield only has one person that is not bowed before it, and it tracks to George. Can I go 3 for 3 on these hits? George, does a 28 hit you? I almost crit.
Oh shit, that was 28? Yeah.
It's a 28. I've been hiding my rolls. You take 15 force damage as that spear materializes, sails through the air, and thunks into you.
Well, you technically, I suppose, told us what the modifier is. If he was one away from critting and he rolled a 28.
I didn't say he was one away. I said he was really close to critting.
Oh, okay.
Well, by saying he's got a 28, you already know that it's a pretty good modifier.
Yeah.
All right, Mr.
It's
George.
a +9.
Right.
George brushes off the spear that just hit him. And he
Oh no, it was a
throws
magical force spear that like slammed into you.
whatever, he brushed it off.
Whatever it is.
Fuck you and your magic force spear.
He pulls out his longbow, throws the egg up in the air,
Oh my god, I forgot.
I got a 10% chance. I gotta take it. All right.
Did you do math? It's a 10%.
That was a 5% chance to be a
throws
crit.
it towards the doorway behind the zombies. He kind of throws it in that arching direction.
Okay.
Ah, come on.
God damn. Well, 18.
Well, that
That's
was a modifier.
yeah.
though.
That's a modifier.
All right. This is probably the last attempt I can make before everything's over.
All right, it's in the air. It's you miss the shot.
Yeah.
It's falling. Still, trajectory's going.
Quickly pulls out a second arrow.
You're 2 away, George. You're so close.
So close.
Where did you
Nang
throw
is mocking
that?
you.
Yeah. Where did you throw it to?
I threw in this direction.
Okay. George, you throw it, and it does not hit the ground.
What?
And you threw it more than 30 feet, so you're not sure, but it does not hit the ground. And you see, like, invisible hands encircle
Oh no.
this thing. And then you see nothing else.
It can't be invisible to me.
It's more than 30 feet away, I think. What's your distance?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Got you.
Yeah, it was probably just outside of your range because you threw it out here.
So, do any of us see that? Because we're probably not looking at it, right?
Probably not, no.
Oh my god. He just gave a frog god to the frog was
This can't go poorly in the slightest.
And Nang Nang knows everything you tried to do,
That's
George.
right.
Mr. Mannix.
Which also means he's been watching us this entire time. That's unsettling.
He watched us while we slept,
That's right.
standing on the outside of the hut, breathing heavily on the window.
You guys are also making quite a bit of a commotion in this room.
I suppose. As I approach these zombies,
There's all kinds of
Does it look
spectators
like-
around.
yeah.
A dragon peeks around the corner. What's going on here?
Does it look like these zombies, as I approach, look like they're following the commands of those who bowed, or are they still getting at people? Me in
They
particular.
yeah, they don't appear to share any of the traits that the skeletons do. They look like they're just tethered to a pulley system tied to this door, and they are just kind of mindlessly trying to chomp at anybody that's near them.
All right, I will stab at that one.
Stab at thee.
Stab at thee.
3 will hit a zombie.
I do not get my sneak attack, so it's only 15.
Okay.
I also don't get my sneak attacks. That's 7 to right hand zombie.
Okay. I did not number those guys, did I? They both take a bit of damage, but they're both still up. Let's go with green. Green's a good color. Theransaurus.
I will bite.
I forgot that skeleton was unincapacitated when you attacked it last time. Oh well, it was recovering from
Tried to
its
say something.
vicious wound. Sorry. All right,
There's a bit of damage when it's not needed.
That's right. Rip off the skeleton's head.
And that's my action.
All right. I still have a skeleton. That same skeleton. All right. Skeleton. The last skeleton is going to be attacking George. Oh, the first miss for the skeletons. Pour one out for the skeletons. Zombies. We've got... Actually, they both can reach Mannix now, so they'll just both go after Mannix. Slam 1. 18, Mr. Mannix.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Even with your shield.
Nah, I'm not gonna pop it.
For 6 bludgeoning damage. How about a crit, Mr. Mannix?
Oh no! Well, I can't stop that one.
For 8 additional bludgeoning damage. These zombies were
See what
really
happens
pissed.
when we give him more hit points.
That's
Yeah,
He
right.
just starts
that's right.
to get
I don't care anymore. Hit me all.
Yeah, BT Dubs, he's got more hit points than Gillian now with that amulet. he's fucking swole, Mannix. All right. Back up to Gillian.
Okay. I'll just come up here behind Celeste and shoot number 1.
Zombies are hurting. Number 1 especially looks pretty injured.
Allosaurus pulls out his crossbow.
Oh god, an Allosaurus with a crossbow! It's our worst nightmares. Alright, that triggers the zombie's undead fortitude. If he can roll a 13 on this con saving throw, then he stays up. Alright, so he is down to 1 hit point, but still up. As you hit him pretty hard, but not quite the headshot. Good old zombies, we miss them.
Just sticking around. And
Sticking
punching.
around, being annoying. Celeste.
5, 10. I would like to see the undead fortitude
Oh,
last.
interesting.
With this.
Does it so specifically says, sorry, I'm reading the chat. Hypnotic Pattern does mention it reduces their speed to 0.
Oh.
So there's
You know
your.
how I killed that manticore that one time?
I do remember that.
that
Spoilers for
was
Prince of the
Sky.
Apocalypse campaign. You fucking murdered my cool creature in the air. That was neat though.
It fell like 200 feet or something
Yeah,
out
like
of the
200 feet in
sky.
the air and Hypnotic Pattern did.
Slashed.
Yep, that was pretty
Over
nifty.
100 damage.
Good
Yep.
Beat that
times.
undead fortitude.
I think I did roll the. No, I don't think it is going to beat that. I think it's going to die immediately.
32 hit points.
Wow. That is a good way to kill zombies.
And then for the other guy, this will just be a regular one, so it'll be the first number. I just don't feel like hitting the.
I feel like you're about to tell a scary story. Kind of like the underglow, like flashlight thing going on.
I'm about to turn this light off. It's hurting my head really bad.
Yeah, it's really weird looking. 24 hits for 4 damage. That zombie is taking a few hits.
Sorry, Mr. Pooh, you gotta move.
All right.
I know.
I don't believe George is bowed yet, correct?
Correct.
All right.
George is too preoccupied.
George is too proud to bow. George. I rolled a 29 and that's still not a crit.
Oh,
Wow.
So it's at least a 10.
Indeed. Indeed. George, that was terrible damage though. I'm rolling great for the attack rolls though. I've nailed all of those and then not so much damage. George, you take 14 force damage as that spear materializes again and fires at you, and then it is your turn.
George said, "Ugh, this is annoying." And he mutters under his breath, "I need to lie to them.
You need to what?
I need to lie to them."
Moa says we cannot lie.
And Moa's right.
And Moa's right. You can't lie.
Guys, I don't know what happened to the egg. It just disappeared.
It just disappeared.
Technically, and Moa's like,
This is worrisome.
You get kind of a headache from that, I think.
That's number 7.
Okay, that 13 does hit. A skeleton.
Bonus action.
18 will hit. Slice 1, slice 2, and that skeleton is exploded. Bones fall to the ground.
And George will walk over and bow
Okay. As you bow, that figure on the statue now stops tracking you and makes one sweep around the room, and then it seems to 3D image itself and go back into the shield and materialize back. And all the cauldrons are already silent. Most of the skeletons are dead, and you see the few incapacitated skeletons that were here. They still appear to be up, but they don't look like they would be very aggressive against any of you all. You do still have that one little skeleton with the weird-ass head peering out, trying not to be seen in this corner. Has not tried to attack you all, but the zombie is still hostile. So that's where we are with Mr. Mannix.
All right, let's try to finish the zombie off.
Uh, 14 will hit a zombie.
14 will hit a zombie. That's
as
good.
we know.
For 14.
Okay, so it's going to roll a 19 or better. Zombie.
Oh Zombies.
Zombies. Still up. Mr. Theransaurus.
I'm gonna step up and bite him.
9 is not going to hit a skeleton, though, Mr. Theransaurus. They are very small and weaselly.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, he was dancing too hypnotically for me to bite him.
All right, the skeletons are all still shut down. I've got one zombie left. It's going to try to punch Mannix and really punch him in the clock. Oh,
Nope.
I got too excited.
My clock is unpunched.
Damn it. I hate to leave a good clock unpunched. Gillian.
All right, I'm gonna crossbow again.
Against the zombie.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot that skeleton's there. Zombie.
Okay. Zombie. 4, so it's got to roll a 9 or better. And it does not!
Right.
Gillian's crossbow bolt comes sailing into its eye as it gets crunched to the ground.
Sail away, sail away.
That's right. So it looks like these remaining skeletons would not actually be hostile since you all have bowed before no one, the faceless god.
Did the zombie corpses get dragged back in the Mannix?
The chain.
The chains. As they fall over, their bodies probably actually hold the weight of the door open.
Ah, rats.
It's such a tight cord. Whips him, it just slices him in half. So how do you guys want to deal with this remaining odd skeleton that's trying to avoid you all with the weird shaped head?
That one is that one's probably the key. There's another one of those little dudes in the level 1. Threw a dagger at me.
Hearing that, then Klutz will hear that it has to die and go over and stab it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. We're basically out of combat at this point, though.
Okay.
In terms of turn order. All right. Give me some damage. You probably have sneak attack. Is Theron still there?
Yeah. I could roll that if you want me to. Do I need to?
You could, yeah. 10 actually would not kill the skeleton.
How about a 35 now?
What? What the hell is that? Yes, that skeleton absolutely explodes, but its head remains, and its head is shaped like a very odd... this one is a square shape, and you notice the one on level 1 was a triangle shape.
All I noticed is cat shape.
Wongo seems very pleased at this. Yes, the kills. And your blood drinker hit point thing goes off too. Your temp hit points.
I gotta get rid of cat shape.
Is this some kind of elaborate toddler shape puzzle they're making us do?
Yeah, we're gonna get to the end. It's just one of those like wooden table things with the holes.
Just can't quite figure out which shape goes in.
Your final test. And your quest log has been updated, which was the Skull Gate quest. You found a square-shaped skull key on level 2. Otherwise, this room seems to remain quiet. And you do not see the Nang Nang's artifact anywhere. And Mannix appears to be possessed by a new one with a fancy new amulet.
That's right.
He's already lost almost half the hit points. He'd probably be dead by now if he didn't actually have that new power.
Sure.
Can I try to steal the amulet from Mannix while he's wearing it?
That would be a
I'll drop
very difficult thing to do.
I rolled a 31 last time.
That's true. I would say with attuned items, though, there's probably going to be some rules about stealing.
I have a plus 13 to sleight of hand. Let's just put it that way.
That's crazy. The zombies were tied to this door that appears to be open now. This kind of permanently opened, and it does seem to lead back into the grand staircase area that you all first entered on.
If we take the treasure, are they going to start shooting at us again?
Mannix already took all the treasure. He straight up took all of that treasure.
Just scooped it all.
Yeah, I typed it out. You might have to zoom out or scroll
probably
up quite a ways, but he took a bunch of gold, like cups and pins and everything that was strewn about that. He basically, his whole first turn was just grabbing all that shit. And then because Nang Nang was momentarily satisfied, he was able to pick up the God amulet at the same time.
What's he going to do now that God is not possessing him?
Well, now you don't
does
feel...
his conscience tell him to share?
I mean, that's up to Mannix the person now.
So no.
Mannix is a different problem now. Now he thinks you... I don't know, his team.
Yeah, this is not your team, Mannix. This is... these are your soldiers, and you are their captain.
Right.
You feel this deep in your bones.
Well, now I don't feel like I need all this gold, but I feel it's my responsibility to hang on to it and divvy it up later.
Yeah.
As I see fit.
Exactly.
If one of you pleases me, you'll get a gold.
He's going to need all the hit points for all the stabbing.
The sassier Mannix gets throughout the day, the next time we sleep, I'm going to rob him blind.
Right.
The sassier he gets.
I lost the list of items, though.
Oh, okay.
You may want to... You could put it again.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
It was a gold torque, 3 gold cups, and 5 gold cloak pins. They all look like they are worth some moolah.
Okay.
And whoever wants these, put on their Annihilation page 142, so I can later look up how much they're worth.
Oh, right. Okay. So we're back out the stairs.
Back out of the stairs, and then from here you can see that bronze plaque to the northeast, that eastern route you took originally up here to the northeast, the stairs you came in on to the north, and then the stairs down to your west.
Do we feel like we've heard all of this level? We went north. That was the hole.
We haven't gone into the hole.
We have not gone down into the hole. Do you want to go down into the hole?
Hey, you're the captain.
I mean,
We follow you.
There's also stairs right here.
Yeah.
do I or does Baron?
Right.
Yeah, you have a very timid Allosaurus now.
Yeah, and
Right.
these stairs go down to another level below you, and then you can see there's still yet another level on the bottom. So you're on level 2, and you can already tell there's at least, as I say, one more level of a winding staircase with passages going off, and then there's a bottom level at the bottom with these giant gargoyle statues, and a hole in the middle of that bottom floor that seems to descend further down.
Okay. Leap into that hole.
So many holes.
Yeah. All right, down the stairs we go.
Mannix, as you pass by the stairs, you notice that the wall immediately on this corner is another one of those secret doors. Your passive perception lights up when you get within melee range.
Just a blue outline. Or
Yeah, whatever that looks like to you. But you pass by, and right as you put your hand out, and you just notice your uncanny ability.
It's another slot.
That's right.
Yeah,
The slot might be in here.
slide behind every door.
Got the upper hand on us once. He won't do it again.
So
You
bossy.
just hear Celeste muttering behind you. It must die. It must die. You don't know if she's referring to you or the slot.
Maddox commands you. You're not referring to me.
It must die. It must die.
Let's slide the door open.
All right.
Or just say, we need to find him and kill him.
You slide the door open, and you see a small pool of water in like a little raised fountain area inside a very small room. Mannix, you had Detect Magic on originally. You've been hit several times. We've just forgotten about
Sure
concentration, so I don't know if you still have it on or not. But
We could take a minute. And I can do it again.
yeah, that's fine. You want
After
to
that-
sit there and
after that fight.
recast? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, the your Detect Magic definitely bathes the pool of water with divination magic.
Oh,
Isn't that what we had last time?
I forget what it was last time.
No, it wasn't divination magic last time.
It was acid magic last
It
time.
was acid magic.
Who wants to
It
know
was
the future?
Sorry, it was transmutation magic on the other fountain. I actually looked it up.
Okay. Anybody want some divination water?
And Mannix, as you walk by, two things happen. First, you notice there's yet another secret door beyond this, right next to you. Basically, as you walk over here,
Okay.
just kind of surround the fountain, there's yet another secret door to your west. You also, as you look at the fountain, realize that you look through it, and the water begins to swirl. And an image resolves on the water surface as you look into it. And you see the back of a hulking, armored humanoid figure, as if you're hovering just a few feet behind it. You don't hear any sounds. The creature walks steadily down a hallway that appears to be in the dungeon, although you don't recognize the hallway. It approaches a large stone door. On either side of the door are stone serpents, their mouths open and fangs bared. And you watch as the figure produces a bloated, fleshy sack and squeezes blood into the mouths one at a time. And after a few moments, the door opens, and the creature steps through a very lumbering, purposeful gate, and what appears to be a throne room made of bone beyond this door. But then the creature jerks to a sudden stop partway through its steps, and it turns, and it turns, and it turns around completely until it's staring right at you. And then the pool of water explodes as this hulking figure heaves itself up out of the pool.
Uh-oh.
And that is where we're going to end things for tonight. Folks, please vote in the poll. I don't think my dashboard thing works anymore because I don't know. I need to like reset it or something. But please vote on who the MVPC was during tonight's session. Vote for Mannix, Kales, Gillian, George, or Theron for the next few minutes. Oh, maybe it is going to work. There we go. Who was the session's MVPC? Was it Gillian dealing with the Tao? Was it... oh, yeah, you're right. You're 2d10. Was it Mannix's swapping of the gods? Was it George trying to kill his the Neng Neng thing? Was it all of the players just arguing with themselves with their trickster gods in that initial room for an hour? Which was great. I absolutely loved that quite a bit. We will be 2d10. Did I forget anything else that we had to do? We didn't have anybody go down. I think that was... Oh, Orvex. I forgot about Orvex. Orvex, where are you? Orvex does catch up to you guys at some point. He runs. Is the room clear? Okay. We'll bring Gillian
Orvex
to like here.
Right. What have you been up to?
What did I miss?
He takes a spear to the back because he forgets to bow.
That's right.
That's right. Runs the room.
When you guys leave, the room does seem to like reset, and the skeletons like fall apart, and everything seems to kind of turn off. And then nobody's jacking with anything from there, and it doesn't seem to turn on. People love George's shenanigans, I think. We will be
grung hating.
That's right. Looks like we are going to be starting with combat next round. But as I mentioned, you know what? I'm actually going to leave this open a bit cracked just so we remember that you did see this secret door here.
Right.
Secrets upon secrets. There we go. You guys can see a little bit of secret
doors.
That's right. All right. So where is my outro? Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to all of our wonderful fans for watching. You can go to roguewatson.com for recaps, patreon.com/roguewatson if you would like to support the channel. We're live streaming our D&D adventures every week. We will see you next time. It does look like George is going to be our MVPC for this session. Excellent work, George.
Hack that egg.
And now maybe it's in the hands of some villainous creature.
That's right.
Oh, wait. Is that thing now possessed by the god?
Dun, dun,
Maybe.
dun, 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 dun.
I'm sure Eric is enjoying this moment here.
That was amazing.
Nang Nang is now a recurring villain.
Absolutely amazing. That's right.
In a slot body.
In a slot body.
We're gonna look up, and that's where he is.
That's right. Just always.
I mean, he can climb walls.
He can climb walls. Yeah.
He's just empowered our villain right here.
He's invincible. He can climb everywhere.